What happens when unearned privilege attempts to undermine unshakable facts? In the closed-off world of Washington ethics, political tension usually builds slowly, polite smiles masking daggers. But in one quiet backstage hallway, the entire equation shifted. This is the moment a whispered insult meant to silence Jasmine Crockett became the very rope used to hang the narrative of entitlement. She responded not with a shout, but with a clarity so devastating it froze the room. The confrontation began in the deceptive calm of a private ethics forum. Staffers rushed past, and donors exchanged low-voiced promises. Crockett was laser-focused, reviewing her oversight notes, when she inadvertently turned a corner and became the target of a dismissive, whispered judgment from Ivanka Trump. Ivanka, surrounded by allies, commented on Crockett's policy work regarding the child tax credit, concluding with the fatal line, "She's passionate, but professionalism is another thing entirely." The air momentarily held its breath. Jasmine didn't flinch. She simply asked, "Is there something you'd like to ask me directly?" Ivanka responded with a practiced, superficial smile, conceding only, "I just meant your approach can be intense." Crockett repeated the word, slow and even, intense. The brief exchange, loaded with years of unspoken conflict regarding who holds authority in Washington, was interrupted by staffers calling everyone into the main meeting room. The stage was now set for a full, public reckoning. The room settled into a tense, silent vacuum. Everyone pretended to read documents, but every eye was locked on the two women. Jasmine, seated directly across the table from Ivanka, took control. "Before we move on," she began calmly, "I want to address what was said." Ivanka tried to wave it off. "Let's not turn this into something bigger." But Crockett wouldn't let a whispered insult define her. "You questioned my professionalism in front of diners while I was presenting verified oversight findings," she stated. Ivanka countered, "Sometimes your delivery can be forceful." Crockett's response was the mic drop of the year: professionalism or silence. That line shattered the room. If you believe political truth should be delivered without apology, hit that like button and subscribe right now. We want to hear from our global audience. Where are you watching this moment of unshakable authority unfold? Drop your location in the comments. The argument was over. Crockett opened her folder and began to present the unassailable truth. Document after document, oversight citations, advisory rulings, unanswered Inspector General letters were meticulously placed on the table, creating a growing physical mountain of evidence between them. "You didn't dispute the fact," Crockett stated, her voice quiet but piercing. "You reacted to the discomfort." A donor's quiet murmur confirmed the shift. "She's right." Crockett then broadened the lesson from a personal spat to a systemic issue. Tension doesn't come from the person presenting the truth. It comes from the truth itself. And when women speak it, people call us intense or abrasive. It's a way to dodge accountability. She drove the point home by contrasting the supposed safety of the room with the reality faced by black women speaking truth to power in America. Ivanka's practiced posture visibly collapsed. For the first time, she had lost control of the narrative. Ivanka, beaten not by a loud argument, but by quiet authority, conceded, "Maybe I chose the wrong moment." Crockett accepted the partial victory. That's a start. The meeting moved on, but the dynamic had irrevocably changed. Everyone present had witnessed the power of composure over privilege. The moment was not loud, but it was absolutely seismic. As these moments always do, the story leaked. Within minutes, the account of the tense exchange where Crockett came with receipts was everywhere. Commentators noted the lesson: calm hits harder than loud. When reporters finally caught up to Jasmine, she answered with the headline-making quote, "The truth doesn't need help." This line became a rallying cry, shared by teachers, parents, and everyday citizens as a masterclass in handling disrespect with dignity. Later, Crockett reflected on the encounter, recognizing the strategy inherent in the insult. Words like intense are weapons used to shut down uncomfortable truths. She recorded an unpolished, raw video message that became a global lesson. There will be moments when someone questions you for telling the truth. You'll have to decide whether to shrink from it or stand in it. Strength isn't loud, it's steady. The leaked exchange became far bigger than a political incident. It became a powerful lesson. When someone tries to diminish you in front of a room, you do not have to match their tone, you do not have to raise your voice, and you certainly do not have to shrink. The strongest move you can make is to stay steady and let the truth do the work. This moment of unshakable dignity proves that your voice and your facts are your armor. If you were inspired by Jasmine Crockett's composure, please share this video with one person who needs to hear that calm doesn't mean weak.